That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the first of a long line of successful contraptions that I'm going to be building on this Minecraft server. Now, the next thing is going to be automating my food stores. And because I am a carnivore, because of my origin, which is the wolf, I am very limited on my options. So I'm going to create a cow farm. Now, I've started off already with, making an automatic wheat harvester. It's probably not by any means big enough for what I intend on doing. So I'm going to build a couple more of these, and this room right here is where I'm going to be hosting the automatic cow farm. But before I start doing any of that, I need to make sure that I actually have a large amount of cows by the time I'm finished. So I'm going to head over to the surface and attract a couple of cattle. Now this is going to be very tedious if I do not have leads, and look at that, I have leads. First chest I checked, I didn't even know they were in there. Oh hey, look at that, there's a cow on the map. There's only one cow on the map. Dang it. Now there's Endermen all over the place. Endermen? Endermen? My gosh. How many Endermen are there? I could have sworn there was more than one cow around here. Oh, I see one. I see two. Okay, I see him. Okay, cool. Alright, you, my friend, are coming with me. Alright, now I gotta lug you guys over to where my base is. It's gonna probably be very difficult considering how rough the terrain is around here. As predicted, this is very slow and very tedious. Come on, why are you fighting over that block? Move! Move, darn you. Come on. Yes, that's how you move. Okay. You're gonna be the end of me, I swear. Okay, I just realized how hard this is gonna be. Because I have to basically parkour to get over this terrain. And these cows are dumb. Alright, so I think the situation is just, I'm gonna have to do this one at a time. Yeah, because they keep trying to go on the same block and getting stuck, which is very annoying. Now, where is my lead? There it is. Alright, where'd you go? Oh, now you want to climb the hill, do ya? Do ya? Alright, come on. Ah, look at that, I see the home. We're not that far off. Well, look at how convenient that is. There's a cow right there, and I didn't notice him. Yeah, you see this? This is the terrain that was bothering me. How am I supposed to get a cow up all of this? It is so steep. Alright, I have no other choice but to create a bridge. If you fall, I swear to high heaven. No, don't, you're gonna fall. I can't afford to have you fall. I can afford to have you fall and die once, but not any more than that. Now, the higher I get, the more mortified I am that this guy is gonna fall. This is bad. Don't, I say, don't! What? No! That was bound to happen. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes! Yes, I got him over! We have gotten our first cow into the base. Now, let's hope that this doesn't get cow killed. It's down here! We got the first one! Alright, okay, we have a pen. Cow 1 successfully taken care of. Now I just gotta do this one more time. Alright, and while I'm over here, I'm just gonna make this just a little bit more cow-friendly so that they don't run off and die again. And look at that! Another cow! Conveniently placed somewhat close to the base. Alright, you come here again, and we are going to take you over where you are going to be, taken care of. Yes. Can't reveal too much of the grand plan to this cow or he's not going to cooperate on the way over. Now for the definitely safe part of getting this stupid cow over this giant valley. I keep placing blocks. I need to stop doing that. What did I just say, Rory? Come on. Alright. Alright. He's over. Now let's hope I don't run into any creepers or anything that could blow this cow to smithereens. Okay, so far I see one boomy. Yeah, die. Thank you. Alright, now for the simple part. Okay, every time I hear footsteps of, like, the firefly, I think it's another creeper coming to blow my cow up. Come on. No! Not a... No! No, 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 no! I don't need a witch! Die, 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 die! I do not want you poisoning my cow. Alright, the cow is right there. Cow is safe. You come here. Alright, come on. It's very simple. You just walk around the pillar, not try to walk through it. Alright, now that we finally have some cows down here where I'm going to build this, let's actually get to the digging of the room itself. Well, the room has been dug out. It's a lot bigger and deeper too. So I'm going to tear down that and then replace it with two bigger ones and then call that good. But first things first, I need to get power to this room. Alright, we have a pathway between the two rooms. Now I just get to connect this thing. Hopefully I brought enough shafts. It's very likely that I... Oh, yeah, I definitely didn't. Yeah, no, these rooms are farther away than I thought. Okay. And just like that, we have power in this room now. Look, I'm going to be completely honest. Tearing that down wasn't exactly painful. Honestly, I felt no way about it at all. But besides that, just look at this room. All nice and dug out, full of potential. It's just a good feeling. Now time to fill it with something useful. Now, the only question is, do I have enough dirt to actually build these things? You know, dirt is one of those things in Minecraft that you take for granted. You usually hate the stuff until you actually have a need for it. Yeah, so I appear to have not enough dirt. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna need, like, at least 12 stacks, I think. After gathering plenty of dirt. Luckily, I have all the dirt we need. We just need 48 more mechanical harvesters. That's the recipe. 2 iron sheets and 4 andesite alloys per mechanical harvester. Plus an andesite casing, because why not? That's 5 andesite. How much andesite do I have left? That is... Oh, look, smelted iron. Okay, I didn't realize I had that. But yeah, I don't have a lot of andesite. That isn't enough. That isn't anywhere near enough. Alright, so I have decided that the easiest way to get andesite is to go to the nether mine quartz and combine it with cobblestone. Yes, I'm not gonna mine andesite. No, not by any means at all. I'm going to craft it. Now, the tricky part is finding an area in the nether that hasn't been mined and stripped of quartz. And it appears I have found uncharted territory. Yes, okay, there is quartz here. Now, you may be wondering how much quartz I'm going to mine. I'm going to mine a lot, because andesite is incredibly valuable. Yes, it is probably more valuable than diamonds. You know why? Because you only need a limited amount of diamonds. Oh, no. For andesite, you need a ridiculous amount of it. Because everything in the Create mod requires andesite alloy. Everything. Yes, I will use all of that andesite up. No, you have any idea how much andesite I used to have? I used to have, like, 5 stacks. And that was, like, 2 days ago. Yes, I blow through andesite. It's ridiculous. I seem to have forgot about these guys and that they exist. It's been so long since I've actually had to fight one of these guys. I forgot you existed. Did he just jump? He just jumped! But is he that afraid of me he's willing to risk death? I was gonna kill you. He's gonna end up the same way no matter what. But no, he just friggin' jumped off a cliff. Something else begs the question, why are there Endermen everywhere? Is one of the mods just generating like a ridiculous amount of Endermen? Because I always have like 2 or 3 Endermen in my base. Alright, they're like as common as zombies nowadays. Look what I see. I see crying obsidian. That's incredibly valuable. You know why? Because you can use it to craft the dark enchanting table. Now, if I have a dark enchanting table already, then you may be wondering why I need this. Well, it's always nice to have a second one. Yes, that's how I like to see it. Alright, now I need to pick that up. Okay, cool. Okay, so I've effectively got as much nether quartz as I can carry, so let's head back to the base. Okay, so it took a while because I got lost, but I am finally home. Well, now it's time for the painful part, which is actually crafting these things. Am I gonna do it? I'm gonna do it. Yep, it's done. I have used up all of that andesite and all of that iron on 48 mechanical harvesters. Well, it appears that I have everything, so let's build these wheat farms. Well, that took a surprising amount of time. In the time that it took me to finish building these, the entire bottom layer right there has grown completely. Now, I'm going to power this up in just a minute. I am running out of hunger, so let's kill some cows. I probably have enough cows now. What do you think? Do you think I've got enough cows? I think I just might have enough cattle. Well, now that I'm no longer starving, I get to actually power these things. We start by digging underneath them so that I can create some shafts to connect them. And there we go. We are done digging. Alright, these two are connected underground. Now, before I actually go and power these things, I need to actually slow that down, because that's moving pretty darn fast. Cat, get out of my water! I will admit that looks very weird, but at least it's slowed down considerably, so let's hook this thing up. Okay, so the way I've set this up, either both of these are going to be turning in the right direction, or neither of them are. Let's see which one it is. And I can't actually see from here, so I'm going to check. Yep, they're both going in the wrong direction. That is very entertaining to look at. Alright, well, I've slowed it down by like half because it was still going way too fast. And I've also added another gear which should reverse the thing, having them spinning in the right direction. Alright. Oh! Well, that seemed to work very, very well. Awesome. Now, while this thing wasn't stationary, I couldn't put crops here, and there were originally crops here, but when I stopped it the first time, it kind of broke all that. So I get to go through this whole thing again and fix it. This is a tedious process. This is a very dangerous job. You want to know why? Because that thing keeps knocking me over. Yep, that's exactly what happened. No, not this time. Not this time. Not this time either. Not this time. If there's a big brain way to deal with this, it'd be great if somebody would let me know in the comments, because I don't see any other way of doing this. It's very dangerous, and also very dangerous. Alright, okay, I've got that wheat farm taken care of, but not that one. So I am halfway through this pain and suffering. I don't think I've ever gone through so much pain over a wheat farm before, but I guess the create mod just makes everything different. Well, I kind of find this hard to believe, but I ran out of seeds. Yeah, I ran out of seeds. The thing that I had so much of I didn't know what to do with, I'm finally out of seeds. Thankfully, I know where some are. Yes, there are plenty of seeds stored in these two lovely contraptions. I just need to set it up so that they actually dump the seeds into a container. Well, you missed a little bit. Basically, I got that extracting items, and both of these are effectively fixed. I just need to copy that over there. And another thing that's really interesting, that's stopping completely. It wasn't doing that for the kelp farm for some reason. I guess the windmill bearings have some sort of weird effect on the portable storage interfaces. That works. Didn't mean to put it on the bottom. Yeah, look at that, and it just dumps all of the items out. Now I've got to find out what to do with all of this. The thing about creating the conveyor belt is it's going to use quite a couple of gearboxes, and I'm only down to 20 oak logs, so let's just go over to my wood gathering area and gather some more logs. Alright guys, welcome to my old base, where I have an old wheat farm, old cow farm, my current sugarcane farm, my current sheep farm, which is just down here, and the 3 best types of wood readily available for harvesting. Now, I would do a time lapse, it's just that I don't need that much wood, only a couple of stacks. Oh my gosh. The one very annoying thing about this Terra mod is that the naturally spawning trees are so big, they're a pain in the butt to tear down. Alright, now roughly 4 stacks. 3.5. That's perfectly fine. That's more than enough. With this full moon effect on me right now, I can get home very, very quickly. As long as I don't fall into a pit of death, which those seem to be all over the place. Okay. You think I'd know this route by now, since I go here all the time. But no. Rory's gonna fall prey to another one of those giant holes again. You know, in previous servers, I think I was notorious for falling into one-block holes. You just need to place those around where my base is, and I'll just fall into them. Well, it is the next day, and I wake up to find out that this thing has broken overnight, which is always a very fun ordeal. And look at that. That's gone. That's gone. It's just gonna keep doing this. Now, this thing is moving. It is. I guess I just need to break it and then unbreak it at the same time. Has that one started moving yet? Yes, that one has. Now, have I broken this even further? Yes, I have. This thing has effectively been reduced to about half capacity. Okay, do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? I think you might know what this means. Time to use windmill bearings instead of actually having this mechanically powered. Now, you may be wondering why I'm using windmill bearings instead of mechanical bearings. And the answer is simple. You see, when a windmill bearing actually stops functioning, it stops at a very specific point. Basically, wherever the contraption started from at its beginning, when it stops, it will go to the exact same position. Instead of with a mechanical bearing, it could be any one of these things. Essentially, what I'm trying to say, I could choose to always have 15% loss of efficiency instead of risking an additional 15% every time the server stopped. Because you see this right here? This wouldn't happen. It would only happen right here. Alright, okay, this thing is built. Why is it turning the wrong direction? What is it doing to turn the wrong direction? Alright, hold on. Oh, okay, it looks like it's a pretty simple fix. Alright, so I have to actually update the bearing itself, so, alright. Alright, now it appears to be harvesting. Now, why this water is coming down here, I don't know. I guess it's just part of the contraption. But I'm glad I got that sorted out. I guess every time I've been working with the windmill bearing, it's been going in the direction that I wanted to go. Awesome. Now I got to do the same thing for this right here. Alright, now this thing should go in the right direction. It's just unloading stuff. Alright, I believe that is the correct direction. And I hear stuff breaking, so I think it's safe to say that thing is moving in the right direction. Yes! Oh, yes, it is working. Alright, well, I think they're both fixed, and I went ahead and left out, like, these parts right here. I didn't plant those because I think every time, like, the server restarts, this thing is going to start from the beginning and just, you know, flatten these crops. So, I'm just going to leave it at that, and now I get to go to the more fun part. After, of course, I clean up this ugly thing. Alright, so I've created a simple contraption. Now, there's a chance that it might not work because some of the shafts are turning in the wrong direction, but anyway, let's power this. Alright, upon slowing it down considerably, let's see what direction this turns in. What? Seriously? First try and it all turns in the right direction? Uh-oh, that's in the chest, right? Yeah. I did it! It's all turning in the right direction. You know how happy this makes me? It makes me ridiculously happy. This contraption may not have worked at all, but it does! Ah, yes. Now, you may be wondering what this contraption does. Essentially, what it does is it takes the wheat and the seeds and separates them into the seeds, which go into this composter, and the wheat, which goes into this deployer. It's fairly simple, and I'm very glad that it worked on the first try. Anyway, now I get to do the very fun part, which is building the conveyor belt. But before I do that, I want to check this thing to make sure that it actually stops completely, because if it doesn't, I'm going to have to replace these with brass funnels. Nope, it does not stop completely. So, yep, brass funnel it is. Luckily, I have those. Okie dokie, now it's time to play a game called How Many of These Are Not Moving in the Right Direction? I would say about half of them. Alright, I believe the thing is fixed, so I'm just gonna take a quick peek. Oh, no, that's not moving. Do-do, do-do. Yes! It's all working. It's all turning in the same direction. Now that the conveyor belt is all synced up and working properly, we get to build the walls. Now, what do you think we're gonna build the walls out of? Did you guess glass? Good, because the thing is, when this thing breaks, I want to see exactly where and why it's broken. So that leaves glass as the obvious choice. Well, the glass is in place, and you may be wondering what the water's for, and the thing is, when I tested this in creative mode, the cows would get stuck on the corners of the conveyor belt, so the water is to make sure they flow through nicely. Now it's time to build the kill chamber. Alright, and basically, how this kill chamber works is the babies fall through that hole right there, the adult cows cannot fall through that hole over there, and they fall down here, and then they get pushed over underneath this lava. As they grow up, their hitboxes become large enough that the lava can essentially kill them, and that basically cooks the meat for us. And then all of the items get filtered over here. Now, the final and most important step is getting the cows from there to there. And I'm not just going to lure them with wheat. No, I want to be smart in the way I do this. I'm going to create a conveyor belt for the cattle, which basically draws them in one at a time and puts them into the machine. So, let's go. First things first, let's get this thing out of the way. Alright, that will go up there, and now I have a straight path to the killer machine. Okie dokie, so I have a butt-ugly conveyor belt going from the cow farm to the cow grinder. And now what I get to do is power the thing. And is it going the right way? Yep, it's going the right way. Wonderful. Okay, I've put so much work into this. I am so nervous that this thing isn't going to actually work. Alright, now I get to do the fun part, which is getting the cattle over to it. And there are so many here, I'm not even going to bother to breed anymore. Bye-bye, cows. They're just slowly being funneled into the machine. Though they do seem to want to walk away. Is that a cow? There are cattle in my conveyor belt! It's working! It's working! I might need to speed it up. Okay, now it is going about 4 times faster. It is going significantly faster. That isn't. And look at that, we have baby cows on the grinder in the kill chamber. It works perfectly fine. It's wonderful. So there is going to be a whole lot of XP that goes to waste. Oh, hey. I could use this. I could use this as an XP grinder. It's an XP grinder! Well, we seem to have failed somewhere, because there's a baby cow on the outside of the farm. Okie dokie, the conveyor belt has been sped up, and this thing is starting to fill up with cattle. You guys missed it, but we got our first cooked steak. Right here! It worked! Okay, I think this thing might actually be at full capacity. Okay, it's hard to see because of all the glass, but there doesn't seem to be any cows on that part. Where are they getting stuck? Oh my gosh, they're getting stuck. Well, the good news is it seems to be working. I seem to have fixed all the kinks. The cows aren't getting stuck there anymore. Now I just gotta clean up the mess. And that is all of this cobblestone scaffolding that is everywhere, and also the ridiculous amount of cattle that are not where they're supposed to be. So I'll just let all of the baby cows grow into adult cows, and then I'll kill them that way. Oh no. I think they're getting stuck again. This is why I made it out of glass, so that I could see exactly where it's getting caught up. Now, I think what's happening is that there's so many cows stuffed in here right now that the cattle are getting shoved into the glass itself and stopping the entirety of the thing from moving. And I smack it, and it seems to unclog the system, but now I've got a problem of all the cattle are flying out of here. Okay, that is filled. The cows are moving. Alright, I think we've solved the problem. Well, the thing is sped up, and right now there are so many cows in there that it's actually getting backlogged. So, we could probably say that this thing is working too well. Which is, at least that's something. But, yeah, oh my gosh, my base is a mess. Holy guacamole. In my process of fixing it, I appear to have stopped the conveyor belt from moving. So I guess I did break something again. Alright, I appear to have fixed it. Alright, I think there are plenty of cows in the cow grinder, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kill all of these cows, get myself a nice big stash of food. Well, it was broken when I went and left in a fiery rage, but the server rebooted, and now it's working just fine. So I think I'm justified in calling it a day. I am so done with this project. The fact that there are living cows in there doesn't bother me. The backlog will eventually clear. I love you guys, and this was painful. I really hated this part here. Let me take off these glasses so that I can greet you properly. Alright guys, goodbye. This was like probably the most traumatizing episode I've ever done. I was very frustrated for a very long time, but it works now, so I suppose that's all that matters. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!